Hey everybody, welcome to the September vlog, as I'm going to call it. Also, my book is out. Yes, it's finally published and you can get it on barnesandnoble.com or amazon.com. And if you're looking for a Black Rapunzel from an alternate version of Earth where magic exists, we watch the princess lose herself and find herself in Anastasia fashion. There's Avatar: The Last Airbender vibes, and there's a killer on the loose along with a mysterious stranger that's vaguely giving me Winter Soldier, then you're in luck. As for this video, I'm taking you behind the scenes as I was getting close to wrapping up my first book. There will be video diaries, voiceovers, and even a beach break. Enjoy. So right now I'm in the process of getting through proofreading, and I'm going to keep it pretty much short and sweet. I've added all the chapters that I've wanted to add. I shifted a little bit on my proofreading plans because I planned for the line edit / copy edit combined section to take so many days, but I went a couple days over that. But you know, the story needed to be better, and it's better now. I think the missing bits are now there. Now my brain is like, oh, what about this? What about this? But I want to limit the what about thises, and there's literally only 2 things that I think I need to add, but there's like some predetermined line edit / copy edit things I wanted to keep in mind. But it was mostly just like stylistic stuff, like words that I made up and I wanted to make sure that I spelled them consistently, or titles for people in like professions and make sure that they're capitalized / not capitalized when they're supposed to be, and all that kind of stuff. But that's a lot of find and replace, and there's only like a couple things, like a couple details I needed to add for some show not tell kind of purposes. And I keep looking over here because my computer is over here. But it's almost done. And the thing is, because it's almost done, and I'm literally going to be publishing it, or at least uploading it to Ingram next week, I'm terrified. But now that the writing portion is like very much almost done, I'm getting into this procrastination mode because I'm terrified. And after this part is done, I have to work on the illustration for the cover. I'm not particularly worried about that, especially since I was able to make Head Wrap Girl, and I found some styles from artists that I feel like I can either emulate or are more reasonable for me right now than some big full blasted collage like I was thinking of in the beginning. I believe I can do it. I'm just terrified, and so I need to work through that part. But off we go. Hi guys, so right now you see a time lapse of me doing the editing / proofreading process, and I'm using the read aloud function in Microsoft Word, and essentially it does what it says. It allows for Microsoft Word to read the document aloud to you. And the reason why I would recommend this is because if you're just reading aloud by yourself, or if you're reading in your own head, you're likely going to fill in missing punctuation in words that aren't actually in the document. But if you have like the robotic voice of Microsoft Word reading to you, you're going to hear when something's missing or when a sentence is phrased awkwardly. So this is a great way in order to check behind yourself and to have someone else read your document, even if you can't afford like an external proofreader or an external editor or something like that. And now I'm about to take a break and have a beach day with my dad and my brother. Hey everybody, so right now I'm working on getting the cover design together for Guardians of Mass and Memory. And one of the things that I need to do for that is to go to Ingram's cover generator and figure out what the dimensions need to be. So here's that process. So we're here on the Ingram Sparks website, and I have to go to the cover template generator, and they ask some rudimentary questions in regards to the specs for your book. So you need to have your ISBN, trim size, what you want the color of the paper to be like. If it's a paperback or a hardback, I might just do paperback just for simplicity first, and then bring out a hardback once I have the paperback under control. I know I'm going to do an ebook, but the ebook is going to be much easier. But page count and all this kind of stuff. And once you submit that, then they email the template over to you. That's going to be really good for me because this isn't something that you can guesstimate on. You need to know exactly what the dimensions are, or you're going to have a horrible time trying to upload this to Amazon or whatever. And Ingram goes out to like Amazon. They distribute to Walmart and Target and places like that. So you need to have these dimensions correct, because if they're not correct, they're not going to print it. And you just have to keep revising the file. So I'm doing that right now. So we've made it over to the cover design portion of the project of publishing my first book. And I've taken a lot of inspiration from Ross Straw's process, in that he uses images in his videos and morphs them / draws over them to create an original piece. So I did the same thing. You see that I had the original sketch that I created in my sketchbook, and I've gotten different stock images, cut them up, and arranged them so that I could stage them for the cover design. I also looked at a bunch of different dresses on Pinterest because I knew I wanted a yellow gown, so I wanted some inspiration from there and some other images that I could try to morph into the final design that I had for the gown. And right now, you're seeing a lot of cut up bits and skips and stuff like that. But if you're interested in looking at the hours and hours and hours long process of making the cover, you can head over to my Buy Me a Coffee page so that you can see how we went from this open-mouthed, kind of awkward face to this much more pleasant face. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching, and thank you for supporting me and following along as I've been working on this story along with my other creative endeavors. But I do want to leave you with this piece of advice and lesson that I learned while trying to make this book become a reality. And that is, your dream is important, and at the same time, real life is happening. So, it is important for you to do your thing, whether you're trying to get your degree or whether you're trying to write a book or you're trying to improve your art skills or whatever it is you're trying to do. It is important, but real life is happening, and there are real life roadblocks, there are emergencies that come up, and life is changing and stuff could hit the fan at any time. So what I've learned and what I want you to take away from this is that you should have some self-compassion. And when things get hard, you really need self-compassion. And if you need more time, take your time and be kind to yourself. And no matter how slow you go, just don't stop. Keep creating and keep escaping. Bye, guys.